achieve success with global.media.com. Every step forward is a new beat to your drum. Achieve success with global.media.com. Then celebrate it with or without champagne.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody watching all across the world, whether in the United States or another country. We're all connected here. It's another edition of the Positivity Audio Room, and we are excited to all here. We've hit the, I guess, midpoint of the year, right? I mean, it's July 1st is upon us soon, and today is June 27th, or maybe June 28th for you, or June 26th. But I mean, we're already halfway through the year, which is crazy to think that, right? And being it is the last Friday of the month, you know what that means. It is our gratitude call. Our gratitude experience is upon us. And it is a call where we share the things we are grateful for. You know, we're all going through some of us are going through rough patches and maybe tough times and whatnot, but we're always, grateful for the things that we do have, and the things that are that are in our lives. And we want to shout those things out. We want to spread that love throughout this call today. So it's going to be a very, open call. We encourage you to come up on stage and share the things you are grateful for. If you want to vent about some things and you want to just have a conversation about things going in your life too, that's okay. Also, this is a safe space. For those of you who've been coming here for quite some time, you all know how we do these calls. And this is the one I always look forward to because it's just a way for us to share our thoughts, share our gratitude experiences, and just be able to speak to everybody in a safe space here. So let us know where you're from. Shout it out in the comments here. We'll be reading some comments throughout the call today. Where you're joining in from, we want to hear it. We want to see where all the different corners of the earth that everyone is coming from. So we can go and have a big call and shout out some of these comments and acknowledge those who are on this call today and who are taking the time to join us. We know that you could be doing anything else during this time, right? But we appreciate you being here with us and being a part of this positivity audio call as well. I'm Jamie Edwards. Let me just introduce myself here. I'm hosting today's call here. I'm not by myself here. You can see I got Zion here. I have Lydia here. Ennie is somewhere here. I think maybe he's creeping somewhere. I don't know. Wait. Oh, that's a comment. I thought Ennie's face was going to pop up for a second. But we got Simi here from Nigeria. How do we pronounce that, Zion? Is it Jos or Yos, or how do you pronounce that?
It's Jos.
Okay,
Nigeria.
Jos, Nigeria here in the house. But I'll introduce myself here. Then I'll get my other co-hosts here to introduce themselves. We'll have Lydia do a meditation session for us, and then she will be most likely hopping off the call to attend to some things. And then we'll go ahead and share our experiences, our gratitude experiences, and then we'll start bringing some people up here that can share their experiences. Good to see you again, Lowe's. Lowe's is here. I think Netherlands, right? Is that correct? Am I right about that? Yes. Very good. Thanks for joining us here. For those who don't know me, I'm Jamie Edwards, as you can see on our screens here. Actually, you can't see on our screens here because the names aren't up there. There they are. So I'm Jamie Edwards. I'm from Illinois in the United States, about an hour out from Chicago. I have my own business called Jam Sessions with Jamie. And I'm one of the top career coaches on LinkedIn, and I work with job seekers every single day, helping them gain traction on their job search and ultimately taking down their green open to work banner and finding their next opportunity. What I do is I help job seekers with 3 different things on their job search. I focus on resume writing, interview practice, and LinkedIn profile optimization. I focus on those 3 things because those are the 3 most important things on a job search that I feel like will really help you get an opportunity. Because if you have a good resume, you have a good LinkedIn profile, you'll get an interview. And then once you have good interview skills, you'll ultimately land an opportunity. So that's the things I focus on with my clients. I've worked with over 600 different job seekers over the past 3 years. Let's just talk about celebrating 3 years being in business. So that's something to be grateful for. I'll share that later. And I've got about almost 170 recommendations now on my LinkedIn page. So I'm definitely proud of how far I've come, and being able to help many job seekers land opportunities and get back to work. For anybody who might be out there who's looking for their next job, or maybe they just want to look into career coaching and get some help with their job search, feel free to reach out to me, send me a connection request, follow my page so you can see the things I post on my page. I always post different career advice and things like that. And I'd love to meet you. And that goes without saying. Everybody in here should connect with everybody. Just like we got Mr. Cyrus in the house here from the Whisper Boy podcast. It says, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Good to see you here. I got a LinkedIn user that said greetings, everybody. I don't know who that is, that LinkedIn user, but if you want to show your name up there, I'd love to see who that is. We got Jay in the house. Jay says, positivity starts with gratitude. Hey, everyone. There he is. Annie, good to see you, buddy. Glad you woke you up from your nap or whatever is going on over there. We appreciate you here. I'm just joking. It's just good to see you here. So Annie's in the house. Let's see. We got Cyrus says Zion is a legend. Yes, I agree. Legend is that's an awesome word. That's one way I could describe you. You are a legend, Zion. Yes, I agree with that 100%. So that's a little bit about me. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to my co-hosts here so they can go ahead and introduce themselves. We'll go with Zion, we'll go with Annie, and then I'll have Lydia introduce herself so she can lead us right into our meditation session. So Zion, go ahead, introduce yourself. The floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, King Jimmy. I call you the king. Why? Because you are the king of Jimmy Jam. Now I like the invisible crown you're wearing. That's awesome. And yet it's another exciting time to be here on our Positivity Live. I keep hearing Jimmy say audio. Like, no, we're on video. This is video.
Oh, why I keep saying audio room? My fault. Yes, we're done with the audio now. It's a full-blown live video. Yes.
We are now live on video. You can see our faces, no longer our voice as we used to for the past few years now. And we are so excited to be here. And this call for me, it's what I always look forward to. Every month we have our gratitude experience. And this one is specifically for June. And it happens to be the end of the first half of the year. Wow, how fast it is. I just can remember literally when we were in January 1st, I'm like, Happy New Year. And now June is gone. I'm like, oh my God. Whoa, it's just so amazing. And I tell you, there's so much to be grateful for. There's so much to be thankful for. And it's a privilege just to invite anyone in the listening lounge you are joining us from January to now. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? What are the things that have happened in your life that you are grateful for? And you can feel free. The link is already in the comment section, and we're going to drop it again and again so you can see the link. We join us on stage. Why? Because one thing I believe it's one story of gratitude that is coming from you can change somebody's life. Can be a catalyst to encourage somebody. Somebody might just be going through what you went through. And for the fact you could testify, you could share your gratitude of how you overcame, or how you've journeyed down to the way you are today. Can just go a long way to encourage somebody, to motivate somebody, to just allow somebody find hope and joy in the situation they are going through. And let me tell you, there is nothing too small. To say, it's so small. I'm not sure that's what to be grateful for. Everything is what to be grateful for. Everything. Nothing is too small not to show gratitude. Nothing is too small not to be appreciative about it. So your story is unique to you. Your story is special. Jay, Paulette, Lisa, Saros, Simi, everyone in the comment section, we invite you. Do well to come in and join us on stage. Let's share our gratitude together to be able to inspire people, to motivate people, and to encourage people in positivity. And yes, for those who don't know me, maybe you're hearing my voice for the first time. My name is Zion Inogira, as you can see on the screen, Mr. Positive Energy, a man who is on a mission to spread positivity to every corner of the earth, one person at a time. And that's the vision behind we come in here every Friday to bring the intentionality, to bring the awareness about positivity, and to encourage you to intentionally embrace it. Because we know that embracing a positive life is possible. Yes, it is possible. In the midst of what you are going through, in the midst of the challenges, in the midst of the overwhelming situation, embracing positivity is possible. And if you need a coach, you need a mentor to help you go through that tough time, that challenges, and help you position your mind into positivity, you can do it to reach out to me. That's what I do, coaching people and mentoring people on the power of positivity. And because I know in positivity, there's always endless possibility. So do it to reach out to me, and I'll be so glad to go on a journey of positivity together with you. So that's that about me. We're going to be passing the mic now to the godfather of our LinkedIn event. He always shows up right on time. And ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Mr. Annie, even as he introduces himself. Mr. Annie, the mic is yours. Uh-oh, you're muted.
I don't think he is muted. I think he's just not connected.
Yes, I think the audio. Okay, Mr. Annie, we know you are speaking, but we cannot hear you. But before you come back, let's just say hi to a few.
Yeah, let's shout out some people. Yeah, let's shout out some people here really quick here, actually. We got Paulette's here in the house. Good to see you, Paulette. Hello, everyone, she says. We got Lisa saying happy Friday. LinkedIn family. Lisa Fevek is here as well. Michael LeBlanc says tomorrow he is celebrating with his beautiful wife 11 years, for which he's grateful. Wow, 11 years. Congrats on that, Michael. That's exciting stuff. Congrats. I'm sure it's flown by, and may the cheers to the next 11 years, right? So that's exciting. Good for you, Michael. Lowe said congratulations to Michael as well. And, of course, we got Kenneth Dunner Jr. here, who always blesses us with the savor the flavor of the awesomeness in you peeps for being so swabbed, debonair, sophisticated, stellar, scholarly, distinguished, dapper, intelligent, gorgeously attractive looking, and so impeccably well dressed too. Thank you, Kenneth. I feel like Kenneth just searches for all the verbs and adjectives he wants. He just throws them all out in his comment, and I love it because you can just tell the energy is there. So good to see you in here, Kenneth. I think Annie is back ready to go. So Annie, go ahead and unmute your mic and introduce yourself.
I apologize. I'm always recording stuff, so my sound goes somewhere else. So hello, everyone. I see many of my friends are here. Michael, welcome. I see you. Habarigani, as Michael always says to us. Welcome, sir. Did you welcome Lisa as well? I see Dr. Yvonne is here. I can't see them on stream yet. I can see them on my LinkedIn. So Dr. Yvonne, Jay, we see you as well. Dr. Yvonne and I, we've got our event starting next week. We're going to talk about a tough topic, but it's Dr. Yvonne's expertise. That thing called narcissism, how to spot it, what to do about it. So yeah, of course, it's essentially about domestic abuse. And Dr. Yvonne's determined that we must break the chain. Yay. And that gives you an idea of what I do, right? So I help people to do events, but now more than that, so I work with people to write their book, publish their book, and then market the book. I'm on the journey. I make all my author friends international bestsellers on Amazon. Guaranteed. That's my expertise, right? So I'm sure I'm going to come back to this because it's part of my gratitude for this month. So I've got a few new events coming, a few books we're working on, and many more superstars to bring to our world on LinkedIn. I'm excited. Let's go to Lydia. Meditation always helps me calm down, Lydia. I'm too excited, right? I need to calm down a bit. If that's possible. Over to you, Lydia.
Thank you, Annie. You're giving me some energy. I am Lydia Laurie Busler, and I'm so happy to be here for our gratitude session. I have been having an interesting 48 hours with a crisis with my family, and so I'm going to step out after the meditation because I need to take care of myself as I'm not feeling all that well today. However, I want to let you know that I am grateful for this group. I'm grateful that my family is safe, and I'm grateful for the aid that we got when there was no help to be found the last couple of days. And I'm also grateful for another thing that I should mention, and that is that July 1st, there is a book coming out from Guiding Brilliant Writers, and that is Nicole Angiolino, and she is publishing a book that's an anthology called We Choose to Be More Than Our Diagnoses. And that one I have a chapter in, and it's an unusual anthology because it really has stories that are remarkable of how people, people here in the audience, people that we know, we're all human, and we get through in that very human way, doing the things that we want to do while having diagnoses and having injuries, having what some people would say, oh, I couldn't possibly live through that. Well, we're showing that you can, and it's a really, really beautiful book that is going to turn a lot of heads and hearts. So I hope you'll join us on July 1st. Keep a lookout for the announcements for that book launch. And without further ado, I think you know that one of the tiny little things that I do for LinkedIn and for as many platforms that I can have it on is to bring a little calm and a little inner connection to ourselves. Today, I want to connect us to our gratitude. Like I said, it's been a rough day for me, or a rough couple of days, and yet there's so much to be grateful for. And I'm here. So let's connect ourselves to that gratitude. I invite you to close your eyes. I'm going to turn off my camera so that it's not distracting, and we're going to start to have a little session breathing. So as we begin, I invite you to close your eyes just as soon as you would like, while taking a deep breath and noticing the energy of the breath in your nostrils and how much warmer it comes out when you breathe it back out. Allow your consciousness to be right behind your eyes, and then float up to the back of your head to rest there as if perched on the branch of a tree. And if you haven't done it already, allow the breath to close your eyes. You don't have to worry. If you have thoughts, you can just notice them and allow them to float by with more and more energetic space between them. As you breathe in peace. Feel that peace come down from the top of your head right where the hairs grow, and down your temples, your nose, your ears, the back of your neck, your jaw, down your throat, softening and expanding your throat, everything relaxing. And now your shoulders relax. Feel the peace flow down and right into your heart, softening and expanding your heart with the golden light of peace. As you breathe in peace. As you breathe out love. Notice how your heart feels. Is it balanced? Is its energy high or low? Really notice. Connect with your heart. Notice what it's saying to you. How it supports you. And what does it love? What do you feel in your heart? There's so much we hold, and some of it we can support, and some of it we cannot. Allowing ourselves to accept and release the things we cannot change helps us to see what it is that we have that surrounds us, that connects us, all that we have that we might not notice, everything that we are grateful for. It can be a butterfly. It can be a meal that wasn't burned. It can be a job that is providing us some sustenance as we look for another one. It can be resolution with a friend, a coworker, or someone else in your community. It might be cool water. It might be warm water. It might be clean water. It might just be rest. And we can be grateful for our heart. And the body that houses us. And keeps going no matter what happens. As you breathe in peace. And as you breathe out love. Breathe out gratitude. Breathe out hope for all the beautiful dreams here in the room and all over the world. You can return to this space anytime you like, even just for a moment, simply by taking a breath, perhaps sharing the breath with someone, and noticing the energy of the breath as it enters you. And just allowing your consciousness to rest for a moment. And relax. And just as we can enter this space, we can come out feeling alert, refreshed, and grateful. Let's do that as I count to 5. 1, 2, 3, fingers tingling. 4, stretching and yawning. 5, eyes open, alert, refreshed, and full of peace and gratitude. Thank you for being here.
Yes. Wow. Thank you so much, Lydia, for that calming meditation session. That's always nice. So calm that I think Annie has dozed off. That's how calm it was. So we appreciate that. That was amazing. Thank you so much. What did you guys think about that, honestly? I mean, I want to hear you guys in the comments here. I mean, that was amazing. I've seen some comments in here. Please give a reaction. Let us know how you're feeling after that meditation session. I'm feeling really good. That was outstanding. What a way to get into our gratitude part of the call here and sharing those thoughts. Let's, yes, thank you again, Lydia. I know that you are going to get going here. So, right, you're going to drop off here. Take care of yourself. Everything's good. We appreciate you doing this, and we will see you next week, right? Hopefully. Okay, awesome. Sounds good. Thanks again, Lydia. Yes. Let's look at the comments here. Linda says, thank you. Thank you. Michael says, very soothing. I love to see that. That's outstanding here. Let's see. I'm looking at some of these other comments here. Zion says, thank you. Yes, we got a lot of good stuff here. Mike said, Oh, Jamie Edwards, this session is well soothing. Thank you, Cyrus. I appreciate that. I see Michael said something about savor the flavor, talking about Kenneth's presence and how he's a radiant burst of brilliance wrapped in charm. Your vibe is pure elegance, sir. Smooth, sharp, strikingly refined, intellectually magnetic, and shining like the icon you are. I feel like just being around you upgrades the atmosphere. I feel like you guys are having a comment off here where these words are coming so quick here, and it's good stuff. All these big words here and ways to describe each other. I love it. Jeremy said thanks. Thank you. Jeremy Burdick is here saying thank you. Kenneth Dunner, invite appreciated. Hello, everyone. We got Guanyama is here. Okare, good to see you. Look at that smile. Thank you, Lydia. That's awesome to see. So, yes, everybody is sharing their comments with Wendy, who's in the house, saying thank you, Lydia. Jeremy saying he enjoyed the light medicine. Yes, it is like medicine, right? I mean, it's soothing. So that's good. And then Sebastian says thank you, Lydia, as well, with 3 purple hearts. So, yes, this is the gratitude call once again. Annie, are you there? Annie. Okay, so there he is.
I'm here.
Annie, that meditation
I'm always here.
That meditation session was so soothing that just like it puts you in a trance, right? I mean, that's what it does, right? So
I agree. I definitely agree. It's always a good way
good to see you. Okay, so let me kick off and tell you a little bit about things I'm grateful for in the month of June. You know, we've hit the halfway session here, and please, you know, if you want to come up on stage, go ahead. The link is there. I think, Zion, do we have the link so people can join, right? There it is. Perfect. Right on cue. We got the link right there. If you want to join, copy and paste it, put it right into your browser. Come join us here. Get up on stage and please share your thoughts on what you're grateful for. But let's talk about what I'm grateful for this month, right? I mean, obviously, you know, I can start with the main things, right? I'm grateful for my health and being able to be here and share these thoughts today, right? I'm grateful for my family's health, Erica's health, my daughter Olivia, her health, my family members, my brothers and sisters. I got 2 brothers and 2 sisters who are younger than me. You know, they're all doing pretty well. My mom is doing well as well. So, you know, health is the most important thing. And without health, we don't, you know, it's hard to do anything else, right? So I'm definitely blessed for that. I'm blessed for the people that I get to share this call with. Everybody that joins this call weekly, thank you for being here, whether you've been here every single week or it's your first time. I'm grateful for you here. Grateful for my co-hosts here and the people I get to do this call with, Annie, Zion, Simona, Lydia, right? I mean, I get to share these calls with them and be a part of this, and we've been doing this for a long time now. Zarar has just sent a shout out here saying, good evening, incredible souls. Blessing continues when we keep showing gratitude. I agree. Blessing does continue when we show that. And we always have to remember when we don't, you know, when things aren't going right, there's always people who do have it worse out there. And we should be grateful for what we do have, right? So back to what I was saying before, you know, I'm grateful for all the people that surround me in my circle. That's super important. I'm grateful for my career coaching business. As you might have heard when I was introducing myself, I'm celebrating 3 years being in business. So that is, you know, to think that where the time has flown from when I first started jam sessions with Jamie to being where I'm at now. I'm so grateful for being able to do this for 3 years and hopefully many more years in the future and continuing to grow the business, right? So, you know, it's kind of one of those businesses where, you know, in a perfect world, I wish everybody was working, right? And I wish everybody had jobs out there. It's just not going to be the case ever. There's always going to be people looking for work, and that's the business I'm in. But I'm blessed to be able to help people get back into work and find an opportunity that's fulfilling. So I'm blessed for those things. I'm grateful for having a website actually now. That's something exciting. So I just finally, after 3 years, have an actual website that was built by a friend of mine named Nikolai. So he built this website for me. So if you want to check it out, you can go to jamsessionswithjamie.com. and see it. You'll see a lot of cool things about the services I offer. And it was a long time coming, but I'm grateful to be able to have a website and be able to have a place where people can look at more about what I do and see the recommendations I have. So grateful for that. Just a lot of things, right? I mean, I can go on and tell you how it's beautiful outside. I'm looking out here. It's about 90 degrees outside, so it's hotter than it normally is this time of year. But if anyone knows me, I'm all about the warm weather versus the cold weather. So I'm blessed. I know where Zion is, I know it gets a lot hotter out there. So he's like 90 degrees is nothing. Like he's got it really hot out there. But just being able to look outside and see the nature outside, how beautiful it is, and people running around, and the kids running in the street by me and whatnot. I'm playing games. I mean, all that stuff. I'm so grateful to see everybody living their lives and enjoying themselves. So that's a little bit about what I'm grateful for here. I'm going to pass it over to Annie in a second here, but I want to see here. Let's see. We got some more comments here. Kenneth said there's no competition here. Savor the flavor of the awesomeness in me. Yes, you are awesome, Kenneth. Yes, you definitely are. And let's see. He also said he's grateful to be alive another day, to experience all that life has to offer, and to share his goodness with others for the betterment of humankind. Savor the flavor of the awesomeness in that. So yes, grateful to be alive. We all should be, right? I mean, life is something that we sometimes take for granted. And, we don't realize how fast things go. Life flies at us, right? So we got to be grateful for that. Worknesh says, hello, everyone. Good to see you, Worknesh. Thanks for joining us here. Cyrus says, by the way, guys, if you can please click on the icons under the video screen repeatedly, and it will help the host with pushing the event to more accounts, makes the algorithm push to more accounts. So I think you're talking about the icons in the LinkedIn. Yeah, in the LinkedIn event, right? I think that's what he's talking about. Yes. And I'm glad you bring that up, Cyrus, because we want to spread this to as many people as possible. We do these calls every week, right? So the minute you see Zion put that event out there, some of you will get notifications because he always leaves a little summary of what we're talking about, right? Make sure you share this with the people in your network. Invite them to the call. If you're visiting, if you're doing a networking event in person, or you're hanging out with people in person, let them know that we do this call. You don't never know who can use more positivity in their lives. That's important, right? So we want to see you bring people on here, because the more that join us, the more positivity we can spread, the more people we get to share great things. It's a win-win for everybody. So we want to see that. So thanks, Cyrus, for sharing that. Appreciate that. Annie, let me pass it over to you so you can go ahead and share what you're grateful for.
So it's been 6 months already. It's been a good 6 months, though. It has gone by very quick, to be fair. And I'm looking forward to what's to come. I'm grateful for the opportunities that life throws at us. I tend to look at some of my joy, some of my happiness, some of my gratitude experiences, almost as if it's been already. That makes sense, right? I tend to look at things as if they've already happened. I think that's a good way to use gratitude, almost to attract what you really want. So I'm always excited by what is coming. There's so many big things coming. Zion, I hope you're going to join us in Williams conference in Ghana in September. You're only next door in Nigeria, Zion. Come on, I think it's a good chance for us to at least meet in person as well. And I don't know, no reason why you shouldn't be on the stage inspiring the children and young people he's working with. It's got a 2,000 seater event. So I'm excited to get a chance to speak there for sure. And as coming back to the present, I've had an amazing week. And it's not really me having an amazing week. It's my friends who are doing amazing things. And I'm so glad to be part of what they're doing. I mentioned Dr. Yvonne earlier. I think this issue of domestic violence is one that is one that we need to address. I don't know how. I mean, this is a generational thing. This is a lifelong thing that's gone on forever, right? But it must stop, and Dr. Yvonne's determined to break the chain. To be part of that excites me. Like I said, in case some people don't know, many of the events I do with my amazing co-hosts, the geniuses, with their ideas and services. It's normally about writing a book. So Dr. Yvonne, to be working on a book about domestic violence, narcissism, and how we break that chain, that's exciting, right? That's really exciting. And of course, I know we're working on Zion's, our positivity book, our group book as well. So, there's also joys to be had. I wish I could describe the book that I started working on today with Yolanda. I can't. It's going to be a great book. I know that much, right? I can't. It's a family story. That's what I can say. Define details a bit much, right? But no. But someone else, grandma is a grandma of many people. Which is really it's a weird thing to say, right? What's nice. I will let you know. So we're going to start talking about family relationships in good time. Of course, and I'm grateful for health. Again, I might come back to Dr. Yvonne on that one. She's a herbalist as well. I probably had the first month in a long, long time, many years, that I haven't had toothache. It's not for it. No one normally knows when you have toothache, but toothache is painful, right? But I do tend to get through them, and I tend to experience them and get through them. But Dr. Yvonne gave me a herbal mix, which I've been taking religiously, and I haven't had toothache for so long now. So it's working, Dr. Yvonne, it's working. My wife says it's the cloves. As I say, whatever it is in the concoction, I will take it, right? Anything to go with that pain. I'm taking paracetamols and ibuprofen. I'll take it for sure. Look, there's many things I could, and I'm grateful for many more things, but I'll leave that for now. I'll pass the mic to Mr. Z to share with us what he's grateful for.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Eni Akinjimi, for just expressing yourself and sharing your gratitude with us. It's so powerful. And like I said earlier, this gratitude session is one I'm always looking forward to, the last Friday of every month. And Sarah, thank you. Please, somebody that needs some positivity and gratitude in their life, just do it to click on the repost on LinkedIn, share it so that more persons can be aware, they can know, and they can intentionally also embrace gratitude just like us. So before I share my gratitude, I just want to send my heartfelt love and hearts to anyone out there who might be going through one challenge or the other, might be going through a difficult time, might be going through a difficult period. And for some, nobody's even aware. You are going through it all by yourself. You can't talk to people about it. It's just you against what you are going through. Just want to encourage you that, it can be overwhelming, to be honest. It can be challenging, but there is hope for you. There is hope for you. And to remind you that even in the midst of what you are going through, it can be your health, it can be a relationship, it can be finance, it can be job, it can just be anything. In the midst of it all, there's still something that you can be grateful for. There is still something. And you don't have to look too far for the fact that you are alive. And you are even here with us to be part of this call today, to hear about gratitude. I tell you, it's so much for you to be grateful for. The fact that you are alive, there is hope that you're going to overcome. There is hope that you're going to go through it all, and you're going to be victorious in whatever it is that you're going through. All right, let me go straight down to my gratitude. Now, this is very funny because it happened to me this morning when I went to the restroom. When I sat down there, going to the restroom without having pains, without having discomfort, I went to the restroom, I flushed it, I came out, I felt so good. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this is, I heard about somebody within the month of June who couldn't use the restroom. For days, couldn't use the restroom. and the person had to go to the hospital, and it said that the person's intestine is intertwined. Nothing happened. It's just that I couldn't go to the restroom. Let me go for checkup, and the next thing, the intestine is intertwined. The person had to stay away from food for 1 week. The person was not allowed to take anything, was not allowed to eat, just so to avoid more complications. And to even go on to do the surgery, it's like a 50-50. It's like a 50-50 chance. So when I went to the restroom today, it dawned on me like, wow, what we take for granted, going to the restroom and, coming out, feeling much more better, feeling much more alive, it's something I'm grateful for. Most times when I eat, I don't even worry about will the food digest. I don't even have to question that if my food is going to digest. I don't even have to question if my digestive system is active, it's working. I just eat and boom, I'm living my life. But then today it all dawned on me that those things that we do not really recognize oftentimes are very, very important. Having a good digestive system, a good respiratory system, your heart is working well, your liver is working well, your kidney is working well, you can breathe in and out. For me, it's something that I have come today to be grateful for, because it's not easy. Again and again, I have the opportunity to visit the hospital, and you see people paying for oxygen every minute of the day. People having to support themselves with extra machines just to be able to breathe. But here I am today, experiencing the end of the first half of the year 2025. I can breathe in and out. I can move my hands, my legs. I can speak. I can even smile. I can talk. I tell you, it's so much that I'm so grateful for. I know someone out there might just be encouraged with. That's why I'm very inspired to share this story, because sometimes we can be so consumed with the goals we are pursuing, with our vision, with our business, with all these things, and forget the little things in our life that we should be grateful for. I always say this, it's because that you are alive, I'm alive. That's the reason why we are even thinking about our business. That's the reason why we're thinking about goals, aspiration. I'm going to do this for the year on out. I'm going to do this in the next 10 years, in the next 5 years. It's because that we are. So I'm grateful for those things, and I'm grateful for being alive. And secondly, I'm grateful for health. I know Jimmy mentioned this earlier, just to be healthy. To be healthy, it's so underrated. It's so underrated. At the beginning of the month, I felt ill, which was not so convenient for me. It's made me to stop so many things. I couldn't do anything. I was lying down in the hospital bed and, being on drip, having to take drugs, having to be on injections. And then now I'm feeling much more better. I'm feeling much more better. When I look back to the inconveniences, to the pains, to the things I had to endure in this period of lying down in the hospital bed, it spurs so much gratitude in my heart. And for me today, I say I'm grateful for health. To be healthy, to be sound, to just be able to live life, to smile, to enjoy it. It's something I'm grateful for. And lastly, I'm grateful for the power of community and having positive people around me. When I began my journey initially, I would say that it was just me doing everything by myself. But being able to embrace the power of connection, the power of community, having people, dropping in their comments, people supporting, people I can reach out to, I can call, I can text from this community, it's priceless. Big shout out to my co-host, Jamie, Annie, Isa, Lydia, and every one person who joins us week in, week out every Friday to bring this positivity to more people. I sincerely appreciate you. Having people around you who are intentional about you, who loves you, who are supporting you, who are encouraging you, is priceless. Because going through life all alone sometimes can be so overwhelming. It can be so challenging. It can be so daunting. But just having somebody here to lend you their strength, to lend you their energy, to just, encourage you in those times that you really need it, it's priceless and it's very, very important. And a big shout out to Okari. I know you might be in the listed land right now. You dropped a comment earlier. And a few other persons like that, who are always supportive, who are always reaching out, who are always checking in to say, most time persons will say, oh yeah, Mr. Positive Energy, I believe everything is going on with you. It makes me smile when people say that often. I'll just laugh. I'm like, okay, if you say so. But the truth is, no matter how positive you might think you are, we all go through stuff. We all have things to go through. We all have things we overcome. We all have daily challenges. But the ability for us to keep going having people to support us, to keep pushing, to not giving up in our dream, it's priceless. So I want to say a big thank you to every one member of this community, for those who are live now, for those who are watching the replay, for those who are commenting on my posts, who are reposting, who are supporting, who are sending DMs as words of encouragement. I want to say a very big thank you. I do not take it for granted. Every day I'm grateful for you, but I wanted to use this opportunity, to appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to the next half of the year, as we collaborate more, as we do more great things together. And I believe that together we can do so much more. And in the power of positivity, we can be able to achieve so much possibility in our lives and in our endeavors. So with that, I want to say a big thank you for listening to my gratitude share for today. And I'm going to pass the mic back to King Jamie because he's the chief host of today, as we start bringing more persons to join us on stage and share.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Zion. And thank you, Annie, for sharing what you guys are grateful for. Great gratitude is a year-round thing, right? And then we have to continue to practice it and continue to realize the things that we really are blessed to have in life. And it just really makes us appreciate things a lot more, right? And we do have some people here up on stage. Like I said, I'm gonna bring a couple people up here and then pass it over to Annie so he can introduce a few people too as well. But please, if you want to come up, use that link. We'll get you up here. We'll introduce you and let you share your thoughts on what you're grateful for and your gratitude. Before we get to the people in here, I want to go ahead and just shout out some people's comments on here. I see Paulette said, "I'm grateful for the blessings of God. I thank him for his protection and love for me." Very awesome, Paulette. Yes, the blessings of God. I love to see that. I love to hear that. God is everything, right? So that's great. Okari says, "Glad to be here, Zion." Paulette shouted out me. Thank you for that. Let's see. We got Michael said, "Grateful for the spirit of collaboration over competition, for choosing to build together rather than tear down. Every moment of genuine connection, every kind word, and every shared insight ripples further than we realize." I love to see that, Michael. Good comment. Love it. He also said, "We're more connected than we think. And every word you offer, every kindness you extend, and every truth you share, it ripples." That ripple effect. Yes. It triggers down, right? It passes down and the good things happen and it forms a chain connection. So I love to hear that. And then we got Akuma in here. Akuma says, "Thank you. You are amazing." Thank you for being here, Akuma. And Wendy says, "Stay beautiful." So great comments from the people in here. Who are giving their shout outs and getting their voice heard. And we do appreciate you so much, as Zion said. So let's see. I don't know who was in here first here, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce here who I think was first here. Can we let's see. Let's do Zarar first, and then we'll do Mr. M, and then Annie, you'll introduce Anthony after that. So Zarar, good to see you. Please, you're our first speaker. Unmute your mic and share your thoughts on today's topic and what you're grateful for.
Thank you, Jamie. That was amazing. Zion, thank you. I'm grateful for everybody here. First of all, thank you, God. The God, Allah, Rabb, Lord, the Creator, the higher power. Thank you for Him to give us this day, another day. And we, as Muslims, we started the new year yesterday. So that was the first Hijri year in the Islamic calendar, and then following with the Muharram. So this whole month is like for Muslims is like where we go beyond gratitude. I truly understand why, because in the last few months. Because it's such a fast-paced world here, and with lots of people, lots of challenges, but even if it's challenges or hardship, prosperity, blessings, or anything, we make sure we keep showing gratitude for what is all happening around us. In the last few months, I lost few of my very dear cousins, my blood cousins, but that's okay. It's part of the process, and we now truly understand that how important it is to live in the present and to keep showing the loved ones around us that beautiful words we can say from our mouth just to make them happy, to make them feel actually that we are with them. And because you never know what happens after like 5 days or 10 days and 15 days, and doctor says you, oh, you are uncurable, we don't have anything for you left anymore because your liver is finished, your kidneys are done, you're done with your heart, you're done with your anything. uh, so yes, I'm thankful for, because when I look back to my journey, I was there in Karachi, and we came here to our own heritage, our own roots, our own relatives, our own friends and relatives, and everybody after 24 years. So thanking him for everything, to have anything in life. This is the little formula. That is the little, that thing which if we can implement every day in life, it keeps on increasing. So thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Zion. Thank you, Anthony, Mr. M, and of course the Godfather Annie, uh, for this beautiful gratitude event. And this is not the first time we have been here. We know Zion for a long time now, and he's an amazing soul. You all are amazing souls.
Zarar, well said. Thanks for kicking us off. And yes, praise God, right? Yes, and everything, the maker, the creator. I love to see the energy from you, and appreciate you kicking us off and getting us started here with the comments here on today's session. So Zion says, our hearts are with you. Thanks for sharing your gratitude with us. I agree. LinkedIn user, I still don't know who that is, but they did say, I'm blessed by God for being able to help others. My purpose is just that, given by God. I'm proud to be who I am. What I do is for others. My gratitude is seeing the difference I've made, hoping that those who need it, and got to go back to work, be good, be kind, be giving. I don't know who that is, but based on the comment, it sounds like it could be Annie. I don't know. I know there's Annie who used to be in here, and kind of I know how the way she writes things, and usually she has to get back to work. So I don't know if that's her, but good love the comment. Oh, there it is. See, I called her, right? That is Annie. Yes, I knew it. I knew it. So good to see you, Annie. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Okay, we are going to go. You know what? I'm going to go actually to Dr. Anthony next, and then we'll get Mr. M up here. So, Anthony, if you want to go ahead and unmute your mic and share your thoughts, please do so.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Good evening to everyone. I'm so happy to be alive to talk to you this evening. And I want to show my gratitude, first of all, to God Almighty, who has spared my life and our lives, to witness this kind of session. It's just a grace. Because somebody says not to be grateful is to be a grateful. So I want to be grateful for everything that has come my way. I see gratefulness as a very positive action, and I have so many to be grateful for. I want to show my gratitude to those who have impacted my life. And at this stage, the people who are in my life, the LinkedIn people I meet on LinkedIn, people like Zion and Nugera and Annie, I want to be grateful for meeting them. And I'm also grateful for the health that God has given me. I'm having some challenges, really. And about 4 years ago, I was diagnosed for prostate. In terms of health, I'm having so many challenges. But like one of my doctors used to say, he said he's not using drugs and he's taking care of all these elements. It's a matter of grace that one should be grateful for. So I'm grateful, for the health that I have. And I've been managing my BP. I've had that, when I was in service. Those hectic days. I had that, and well, it's under control up till today. I want to be grateful for that and thank God for that as well. I am so grateful also for the grace He has given me. In April this year, I was in Eastern Nigeria. I've never been to Eastern Nigeria. I've been to the north. I've never been to Eastern Nigeria. So I was in Eastern Nigeria, despite all the false expectations that appeared real, that I was given about the Eastern Nigeria. I was there for the marriage ceremony of my first son, and I'm happy, so happy. I'm very grateful. So I have to express my gratitude, for the grace that I had to witness that occasion, that I'm alive to witness the occasion, and everything went well. I'm grateful for the people, the key people who rallied around me to make everything to be successful. So I'm so grateful for that. And I want to show my gratitude also to God for all the children that has given me, and they are all doing well. So I'm grateful, and so many other things that I have to be grateful for: the shelter, my health, ability to move around. All those things I have to show my gratitude for them, and most importantly, the grace that I have to serve in the kingdom of God has given me the grace to preach the word and write, the daily call. The team that I have a team that we write the daily call, daily devotional reading for Christians. So God has given me the grace. So I'm grateful for God who has shown mercy to be able to do all these things. So that's in a nutshell, what I'm grateful for. So thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anthony. I can hear in your voice that you are definitely grateful, and we appreciate you speaking on here and sharing, like I said, the various things you're grateful for, and for joining us. I don't know if I don't know if I've heard you speak on our call before. Maybe you have in the past, but definitely good to meet you here and see you here, and hopefully want to see you in many more positivity calls in the future. So thank you again for being here. We definitely appreciate that. And I'm going to pass it over to Eni now so he can go ahead and introduce the next speaker here. And then we only have one more speaker so far. So remember, we got a lot of people in here. Please don't be shy. Come on up stage and share your thoughts. This is a safe place. We all just want to hear from each other. This is how we keep the call going. And we still got a good 25 minutes to go. So let's keep it going. So Eni, go ahead and introduce our next speaker.
So, thank you so much to Zara and Dr. Anthony who've spoken already. I say you paint a picture that we know is true, which is that life is not easy. Life is not always full of joy and sweets and sunshine, right? We have struggles. Things happen that we don't necessarily want. Yet in the midst of that, we still have to find time, as you have, to be grateful for life itself. I think it's a lesson that we have to find. We can always find something to be grateful for, even when things are hard. Otherwise, I don't know what happens. I think everything will become hard, and no one wins when that happens, right? Thank you so much for sharing with us. But there's some amazing comments. Let's look at that. Michael, I will come to you in a second. So Michael says, practice gratitude. Gratitude positively affects both mental and physical health by reducing stress, improving mood, and enhancing resilience. It also helps regulate emotions, boost feeling good brain chemicals, and improve sleep. So physically, it lowers blood pressure, as Dr. Anthony said, supports immune function, and even reduces pain perception. Overall, gratitude strengthens the mind-body connection, promotes the balance of well-being. Thank you so much. So, Michael, you say all that, then you come to the studio. Okay, Mike, I'm glad you're here. I'll definitely bring up, of course. We'll have to hear your thoughts before we leave. Platine, I see you. Welcome, sir. Annie says, what? Telling me off as well, which is, come on. She says, I miss her birthday. You said I should leave it, so I did. That's my excuse anyway. Happy birthday for last week, I think. You know, she said, you need to help me, please. My inbox me, love to all, which has to go back to work. But gratitude for being able to make others' lives easier. That's the joy of life, right, Annie? Thank you so much. And Cyrus says, attitude of gratitude is a daily exercise, especially when things aren't going your way. So true, so true, so true, Cyrus. We have to find those things that we're grateful for. Annie said, "I'm blessed by God for being able to help others. My purpose is my purpose. I've just been given that by God. I'm proud to be who I am, and what I do is for others. My gratitude is seeing the difference I've made, helping others who need it. So the whole thing says, "Bye, all back now, back to work. Bye, all back to work. It'll be good. Be kind, be giving." Just a good message. Thank you so much, Annie. Akuma, I'm trying to get to you. Thank you for being here, my friend. He says, with good work and God present, we push it together. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for your amazing comment. And there's a few more comments, but let's go to Michael. Michael, Mr. M. What are you grateful for in the month of June, my friend?
Oh, what's up? Annie, how you doing, everybody that's on the stage? Hope you're all doing well. And also everybody that's on the floor, or not necessarily on the floor, but not on the stage. I wanted to reply to Cyrus real quick, just a quick jabber. Cyrus, in order to, you can be grateful about one thing and every day be grateful about one thing. Is that when you get the chance, shove any out of the way, and then everything will be all right. Everything in your life will be all right. That's all you need to do. That's it. Any won't like it, but hey, what can you do? It's life. Sorry, Annie. I just had to throw that out. But anyhow, I am grateful for many things. One of them is the African venues that Annie puts up. He's always inviting me in to go and have a chat, but they're always interesting and very well crafted to pique my mind and to basically tease it too. Because it is something that I am very interested in. There are lots of things I'm interested in about Africa, and good questions come up in those venues. And I've thoroughly enjoyed being invited in to communicate and talk and basically think, question, and at the same time contribute to what is actually being said, and hopefully what will eventually be done in Africa. The possibilities to voice myself are made apparent through Annie's venues. I'm grateful for that. The ability to identify potential fixes and to sit down and listen to people and question. I thank Annie for that, for the space, for providing a safe space for me to be able to do that. I thank the Creator for opening doors, and also at the same time for closing doors, plus manifesting others in conjunction with Wana Ubuntu. And what I mean by Wana Ubuntu is my people, all the children of Africa. Ubuntu. All those who are with me and are part of me. And in this time, and not only in this time, but in all times, have been with me and will always be with me. I really thank the Creator for that special bunch of people, and I appreciate knowing them and getting to know them in the future some more. as I make more friends and I meet more people and collaborate with them in making this world a better place. Not only just this world, but also this universe a better place. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My funny friend, you are the funny one. But now you're the one who makes our events, my friends. We love you. We love your contributions. We love your quirks, as Michael, right?
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing with us. And then can I keep joining our rooms and keep sharing? We learn so much from you, so we're grateful.
I'll continue. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Excellent. Of course, my collaboration opportunities, they're there. If only we can actually reach out and actually, I think it's about being aware, right? Being aware of what we're trying to achieve. I think there is that reality that the divine, whoever your greater power is, puts opportunities in front of us every day. It's whether we take them, it's whether we see them to take them, whether we see them and take them, whether we actually do the work it takes to make them work. Yeah, but I think the power of collaborating the Ubuntu way. If more of us did that, Michael, the world would be a much better place, right? Yeah, thank you so much for sharing such genius with us.
I totally agree with you there. Absolutely and utterly.
Yeah, cool. Zion, I'll give you the mic, my friend, to introduce Michael, and then we should discuss, I'm sure, amongst ourselves how to apply gratitude. The mic is yours, Mr. Z. Zion, are you there? Yeah, you are there. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, can you hear me, Mr. Henning?
Perfectly.
All right. I think I was having a little glitch and I was tuned up on stage, but I'm back, and it's so amazing. Just like Jeremy have said, he said he has been listening, appreciating the show. For me, just having people to come in to share their gratitude is just so profound and heartwarming. And I'm sure there are many out there who have been inspired by your story, by your gratitude, and that's very exciting. All right, we are going to Mr. Mike. Yes, Mr. Mike, thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate you. I know you have been in the comment section and it's been buzzing, and it's always glad to read your comment. But now it's so amazing to have you live on stage with us. So with joy in my heart, with so much gratitude, we are excited to give you the mic so we can share your gratitude with us.
Well, first, I'm grateful to you and Eni and the team here for doing these shows. I think it's so important on LinkedIn, especially, which is where I'm seeing you. I think sometimes LinkedIn can become such a field of chaos or sales. And so I am really encouraged to see folks lifting each other up. So that's one thing I'm grateful for. I had posted in the comments about a year ago, a little less than a year ago, I had a quadruple bypass. So I'm grateful to be here, period. And as Dr. A shared and others have shared, I just think that it's so important that we live in the present, bring intention and attention to wherever we are, because I don't think we understand the impact that we make. And that could be positive and negative. Hopefully it's positive. And I also shared Dr. A's attitude towards, I have a new saying that I actually got from a shaman friend of mine. He says, Mike, life happens for you, not to you. And in thinking of that, it really has reframed my thinking, because I think sometimes we get so busy in life, kind of nose to the grindstone, or busy in our business or what have you, that we can forget that that our impact is greater than we can think. And I'm in agreement, and I would extend the Ubuntu to the world, not just one continent, and that we are so much more connected than we can think or imagine. And when we lift each other up, that is our telos, our telos, our purpose. So thank you.
Wow, that's so amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Mike, for just being here. I love it when you said period. It got me so excited because that's the truth. Nothing else matters for the fact that we are here and we can be able to share our gratitude. It's priceless. And then being able to lift up one another. To be honest with you, the streets of LinkedIn and the social media can be full of so many things happening out there. But then just having a space, having the people who are intentional and attentional, like you said, to about supporting each other, building each other up, raising up one another. It's what we need in this season and time. Because to be honest, people are going through a lot. People are going through so much, that they might not be able to say out or share with people. But then just having a community, people like you, myself, Amy, and Jamie, Mr. Anthony, Mr. Michael, everyone in the comment section, to be there to support each other, to help one another. It's just priceless. I want to say thank you so much, Mr. Mike, for coming in here to share your gratitude and bless us and inspire us. You did. We really appreciate you. And congratulations for your anniversary. I saw that in the comment section earlier. You dropped it, so I want to say a big
Thank you.
Imagine Zion's frozen for a bit, so thank you. I concur. So overcoming or surviving and thriving post your health challenges, it inspires me anyway. So I am working on a book with my friend Selena, and she survived cancer, and so I want to tell the stories of people who are surviving. Serious life-threatening illnesses. Mr. Z, we lost you for a second.
Yes, I think the internet glitch just came. But you can continue.
No, like I said, I think I'm always in awe of those survival health challenges. Go on, Mike.
Well, as Dr. A was saying, I think we have to be grateful for our health and really look after it, because it can or often does catch up with you. So, just look after yourself, and that includes mentally as well. And I think that's one of the things I had left a comment about, the impact of gratitude on the whole. We don't really know what's going on with the mind body, but I think when we practice gratitude, it has all sorts of positive ramifications. And again, not just for ourselves, but for others, because others can see. I mean, I look at Zion and I'm just, I get, he lifts me up just by watching him. And I think this is so important. Again, other people are always watching us. And I think, again, we can have negative or positive impacts. And this gentleman, and you too, in a different way, just brings such joy. And I think that's so important. So thank you. And everybody on stage, Jamie as well.
It's that smile, Mike. It's that Zion smile that no one else has, right? That's what does it. Let me stop talking.
I'm not going to delve deeper, Mike. I'm not going to delve deeper.
Jamie, if we'll give the mic back to you, right?
Sounds good. So, yes, we've heard from a lot of great people here. We got about 8 minutes left on our call here. I don't think we have anybody up here left to go that we have to introduce, right? I think I see everybody has spoken. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Let's go back to the comments here. I don't know. I had to walk away for a second, so I wanted to just see who. Let's see. Who else do we need to shout out here? Platine, I think, or Platine. I see. Hello, dear friends of peace. I'm watching from Zambia. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I love the picture and the suit jacket, looking nice there. Let's see. Jeremy says he's been listening and appreciating the show. Thank you. Yes. I mean, you can just see in the comments here, right? I mean, everybody is just so grateful, right? And just sharing their thanks and their love and spreading it around everybody. So, I mean, that's what we want. That's what we love to see on this call. And that's why we keep doing this. And, next week we're going to be, into July. For those, here in the United States, it's 4th of July. Obviously, it's Independence Day. So, we have a lot to celebrate. And actually, that'll be on Friday. So that'll be a great event too. You know, we'll be talking, you know, we always have different topics to talk about and things to share. There's never enough things and ways to talk about positivity and share on different topics, right? Zion's always got a lot of things that he wants to talk, that he wants to have in on the subject and whatnot. So we'll have a lot of good stuff coming up. I'm excited for a great second half of the year for this room, and to see how we expand and just continue to see the things we do with this room. And we got some other things that we got in the works that we haven't talked about much lately, but we'll have some things to share down the line. And yeah, does anybody else want to come up here and share their thoughts on today's topic? If not, we will pass it around to share our last thoughts before we kind of wrap up the call here. So we'll give it a quick 30 seconds or minute so, see if anybody pops up here. Let's see. I'm looking, we got a lot of people in the comments here, and everyone's vocal in the comments. We want to hear from you live. So, you know, I'm pitching the show. Cyrus is saying the attitude of gratitude is a daily exercise, especially when things aren't going your way. You're right. Sometimes we lose thoughts. We lose, you know, sometimes we have things that aren't going our way and we forget about those things, right? And then we spiral in like a downward spiral, and we just have to bring it back in, and we just got to take a deep breath and bring it back in and remember that we do have a lot to be grateful for, right? And things will get better. They're not going to stay bad. You know, life is full of peaks and valleys, right? Peaks and valleys. It's a matter of how do you handle those valleys? How do you handle when the ditch gets big? How do you climb yourself out, right? You do what you can to climb yourself out. We're resilient. I think about the job seekers I work with. They're very resilient, right? And with all the rejection emails and the ghosting and things like that, I mean, they're some of the most resilient people I know. So yes, well, I'm going to go ahead and you know, pass it over to Annie and Zion so they can give their last thoughts here, and we'll wrap this up, and then we'll see everybody then next week for another great positivity session. So Annie, what are your last thoughts on today's session?
Yeah, I think just to build on what Cyrus was saying, I think is that daily practice of gratitude. You know, I think that I've learned that it's important to take time, whether it's 5 minutes, 2 minutes, you know, whether it's 10 minutes, and so to spend time to actually acknowledge what we're grateful for every day. You know, it helps us to get more good stuff come to us. And I wonder what you think about that. I'll give you the mic, Mr. Z.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Enin. And I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has joined us today to share their gratitude. Now, I always say this: don't be shy to come up on stage to share. You might not be able to put on your camera, just like Mr. Mike did. His camera was not on, but he was able to share his gratitude. So you can just put up the camera and then use the microphone to be able to inspire people, because there are thousands of people out there who are waiting to hear your story. Who are just waiting to hear you speak and find hope, find faith, and find courage to keep living their life. Like I said, there are people going through so much. There might be someone out there who might be going through exactly what you have been through, or what you are currently going through right now. And for the fact you could share how you overcame, how you are staying positive, how you are being optimistic, goes a long way to encourage people like that. So do not hold back. Your story is unique. Your story is special. And the world is waiting to hear you. And lastly, I will end with this, because well, it's something that we have to be reminded. Whatever it is that you are doing, you're in business, you are pursuing, you have a goal you are pursuing, you have a vision, it's you know, you're working towards making money, you're working towards making influence. Whatever it is that you are doing, make sure you are doing it from a place of love, from a place of kindness, and from a place of compassion. It's something the world needs. The world needs more love, more compassion, more empathy, you know, people supporting people, people helping each other to become better, to grow. You know, that's the essence of humanity. That's why we are all living. Because at the end of the day, everything revolves around you, it revolves around me, it revolves around every one of us. And the ability for us to make the next person a priority, it's key. You know, any used to say something like this, that the superstars are your family, are your friends, are the people around you. They are your celebrity. The celebrity are not the people you watch on TV, are not the one that have millions of followers online that people are running after. No, the true MVP, the celebrities in your life are your friends, are your family, are the community in here that you can be able to have a proper conversation with. So let's do well to support each other, to help each other. If you see somebody going through, I've seen so many posts on LinkedIn that people are seeking for help. If you cannot help, you can just quickly do a repost, or you can comment for better reach. As simple as that. So in essence, it's let's keep loving one another. Let's keep supporting one another, because together we can do so much more to spread positivity to every corner of the earth, one person at a time. With that, I want to say a big thank you, and I'm grateful for you all, and happy next half month of the year 2025. All right, King Jimmy, let me pass the mic back to you.
Awesome. Well, that's a perfect way to wrap this up, Zion. And thank you again for all of you being here. We appreciate it. Like I said, you spend an hour and a half with us every week, and we are definitely grateful for everybody who joins this call weekly. So that's pretty much it. Go ahead.
I wonder if Dr. Anthony wants to add something before we leave. What can we learn from you today, sir?
From me?
No, Dr. Anthony.
Oh,
Okay.
Anthony.
You want me to speak? Okay.
Yeah.
I want to thank
from you.
Yeah. I want to thank you once again for the opportunity that you have given me. Somebody said that everything is energy. When you are in a room where gratitude is being shared, it's full of positive energy. And I've taken the energy is it's a dose that that I've taken again, and that's why I love this kind of a program, this kind of session. So for where positive words are spoken and they are shared, I've learned one or two things, and I don't take them for granted. So definitely, I always want to be part of this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We've learned a lot from you as well, sir. So thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for sharing as well. Yeah, so let me just, because Sarah says you can never feature in the future you can't picture. So I think that's about the power of dreams, Cyrus, power of visions, power of having those big ideas. That's how we'll get the big things done. And I see Mike says, welcome, Mike. So just joined us. You've been there silent until now, but I always appreciate you joining us, and thank you so much. And I can't figure out how to do the raise your hand thing. The raise your hand thing is simply like you've done now, Mike. Put a comment saying, send me the link. Send me the link to join the studio. That's Zion's just done, right? It says have gratitude with the people close to you, and say what you're grateful for every day with the people you interact with every day, even if it's just for them. Yes, no, it's a great. No, so gratitude makes people feel good, right? When someone says thank you for something you've done, but sometimes if that's what you say a good thing for, take it. Now we'll take it, right? Makes the world a happier place. As other times, more often than not, gratitude. Being grateful, has been said today, helps us to feel better, to attract more. To tell the gods what we really want, and to give us more of the good stuff that we want. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for your amazing comments. Look, do go in the comments and do connect with each other. Don't just come to these events and then leave. Say go in the comments, see who resonates with you, and then see who you want to connect with. And don't just connect with them, meet them. Let's become friends. As I mentioned, community earlier, I said, and I want to build a community of people who have gratitude. That's Dr. Anthony just said, right? Thank you so much, everyone. Jamie, Zion, all our speakers, all our audience, thank you. I appreciate you. Enjoy an amazing weekend. So I'll give it back to you, Jamie. You can have the last word, my friend.
Sounds good. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great weekend, everybody. Have a great night. Stay safe out there, and we will see you all next week, okay?
Awesome.
All right, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. See you later.
Bye.
Every step forward is a new beat to your drama. She's success with global.media.com and celebrate it with or without champagne or rum. She's success with global.media.com.